Hey, what's up? It's Jake from Nimbus DevOps, and I wanted to do a little demystification of AWS Availability Zones, because I've discovered that not a lot of people know that uh, Availability Zone A is actually different from account to account, or just in general that is not always the same. So, when you learn about regions and availability zones, it seems pretty straightforward, and it is for the most part, except you need to understand that every availability zone physically has an ID, and that your physical ID could be different between two accounts. So, I pulled up this documentation from AWS that does a really good job in describing this and see if I can um, make this a little bit bigger for you. So that doesn't work. So you have AWS account A and AWS account Z, and they're both in the same region. You've got US East 1 Northern Virginia here, and we see that they're using availability zone A, B, and C in this account, and they're using A, B, and C in this other account. But if you look at the availability zone ID, you'll see that this says US East 1 AZ6 for availability zone 1A. And 1A over here has an availability zone ID of US E1AZ4. So this is actually a completely different um, resource within that region. And what you're going to run into is some problems with cost and with subnetting. So if you look here, it says that this pattern helps ensure zonal consistency by providing a cross-account scalable solution for using the same availability zones in your subnets, and then ensures cross-account network traffic, avoids cross-availability zone network paths, which helps reduce data transfer costs and lower network latency. So if you have two accounts and they're both in availability zone A, but they're in different AZIDs, then what you're going to end up with is that's actually cross availability zone network traffic, and you're going to be charged for egress traffic. Whereas if you were using the same AZID, it would be within the same availability zone and you would not be billed for that egress traffic. So, um, this article talks about um, how you would go about figuring out what your AZID is and then setting your account up so that you create a map between them so that when you create resources in either account that are in the same availability zone logical name like US East 1A, that they're actually in the same AZID and that your network traffic stays inside, both to avoid paying for network egress costs and also for better latency. So I will provide a link to this URL. I definitely recommend everybody looking through it. AZ mapping is definitely something that you should know how to do, and you should be looking at doing this either in your CloudFormation templates. You can do it in Terraform, or whatever infrastructure as code choice your company decides to make. But it's definitely worth looking into if you're looking at why do I have these network charges between the same availability zone. And this might explain why. So I hope this helps. It's just a simple little thing that I found that I figured I'd share because it was a discussion I had with some friends this morning. Let me know if you have any questions, and happy coding.